You have a very positive attitude.
And I can count on you two for help.
Oh, absolutely. We'll write letters for you or make phone calls or go to meetings.
Whatever it is, you just name it.
Gee, I'm really going to be sorry not to be working for you all anymore. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, Alice, I love you too, and I'm going to miss you. But just because you're not working there doesn't mean you can't come around and say hello.
Thank you, and thank you.
Oh, good luck.
For everything.
I'd like to say one more thing. That baby could not have a better home. Not anywhere.
Well, I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Well, I wonder who's going to benefit the most from that. The baby or the guardian.
I would say that both of them can do very well.
Yeah, but I'll miss her. We better go.
Yep, let's do it.
We're checking out.
Heading for the clinic, I suppose.
Yes, and we are late already.
Just one piece of information before you go. The new parking places. Have you been able to find yours?
Steve, did I park in your spot?
I wouldn't know. I can't find it. I wonder whose idea was to change them in the first place.
Yours, sir.
Really?
Yeah, you wanted one on the east wing instead of on the west wing.
Oh, so that's it. I've been looking in the wrong lot. Must have too much on my mind.
If we see it, we'll send it home to you.
Thank you. And have a good afternoon.
I'm glad she told me.
Oh, dear. That was fun. Oh, speaking of having too much in your mind, did we just check out?
You know, Holly, I tell you what, Heather is the absolute epitome of a bad house cleaner. She has not cleaned one single solitary dish since she's been in this house. Clothes throw from one end of the place to the other. I cannot believe it. Oh, great. I found it. Where's the other one? What's that? Well, I found one. I just can't find the other one.
Voila!
Call bank regarding Scotty's forgery? Oh, no. I'll be right there.
You shouldn't have.
How did you know?
No what?
You just said I shouldn't have.
The present, silly.
Oh, isn't that adorable?
It's perfect for the townhouse, really. It's a lovely gift. Thanks, Tiff.
Well, good. Now, is there anything else we have to do before we're ready to go?
No, I'm ready.
Oh, good. Are you sure that Robert's going to meet us there definitely?
Yeah, of course. Why?
I just had something I wanted to talk to him about. It could be important.
Well, unless it's anything to do with the murder, you're going to have trouble getting him to listen.
It could be.
What was that?
Oh, nothing.
Well, let's get going. I mean, I know that the city takes care of the limo, but I doubt they'll pay for the parking tickets.
Before we go, one last little detail. I'm parched.
Well, do you see anyone or don't you?
Bet I do. There's even a man out there with a TV camera now.
This is intolerable. They should all be arrested for trespassing.
Reporter's still out there?
In droves.
All right, then that settles it, because I'm going to have to open that door and face them sooner or later.
Good Lord, woman, have you gone mad? We don't even know what we're going to say to them.
I'm aware of that, Edward. I'm also aware of the fact that I have patients I have to tend to, and I cannot let reporters or anyone else prevent me from doing that.
Stella,
What are
will
you
you come
going to
in
do,
here?
Edward? Are you going to just ask Ella to take a broom and shoo them away?
Did you want me, Mr.
You
Quartermaine?
bet I want you. I want you to go to the door and tell whoever is there that the Quartermaines are not receiving, and then slam the door right in their face. Okay, let's all move over here so they can't see us.
Edward, this...
Oh, I'm sorry. The Quartermaines are not receiving.
Then tell them something for me, will you? They're going to have to discuss Susan's murder sometime, so they might as well face it now.
The woman has a point, Edward.
Point? What point?
Exactly what she says. We have to face it, and we better face it right now.
Well, I'm sorry to keep you ladies waiting.
Well, darling, you will be even more sorry when you find out that we have decided on the most expensive items on the menu. And, of course, you're picking up the check.
Of course.
Excuse me, Miss Hill.
Yes.
There's a long-distance call for you. The gentleman said he's your agent.
Thank you. Oh, Oh, isn't this exciting? I bet Mickey has another commercial for me.
Well?
Maybe this time something glamorous with diamonds.
Maybe. Yes.
A real long sable coat. My appointment book. I forgot my appointment book almost. Great day in the morning. I have
Got it.
everything. Wait,
Take your phone call. We'll do this.
I'll be back with some marvelous news in a moment.
She never changed.
No, and I'm glad. I wouldn't have her any other way.
You know what? Neither would I.
Lost your mind, Monica? We can't go ahead and talk to reporters, especially that Templeton woman.
I have not lost my mind, Alan. Have you forgotten that she was at Susan's the night she was murdered?
Is that a reason to let her interview us?
Yes, it is. Obviously, she is curious. She is a reporter. We have to let her know that we have nothing to hide. What do you think, Edward?
Well, frankly, the two of you are jabbering so damn much I can't collect my thoughts. However, I do think Monica has a point.
Thank you.
Since Jackie Templeton is closer to this story than the rest of those howling wolves, well, she's the logical one for us to talk to.
I find nothing logical about that whatsoever.
Oh, look, Alan, I mean, the rest of those reporters are going to write their story anyway. But if we talk to Templeton, at least we can control this story.
Manipulate is a better word.
Yes, much better. We're going to see to it that this story is written from our point of view, not hers.
I still don't understand what you're talking about.
Oh, Alan, do I have to draw a picture for you? If I follow Edward, which I often do...
Yes, thank you, Monica.
We allow Jackie Templeton alone to come in here. We tell the rest of the people that they can get their stories from her and her alone.
Right.
May I ask just one thing? What story are we going to tell her?
I will do most of the talking. Now, you two just follow my lead.
Gladly, if I knew what your lead was.
Well, we have to express great concern for what's happened.
Well, you want me to shed a tear, or should I just sniffle quietly?
We're not going to ask her anything that will make her wonder why Susan invited us to her home that evening. If we do, Cousin Herbert will get wind of it.
If he hasn't already.
I wish you'd stop borrowing trouble. We have enough of it as it is.
You said it.
Stella, tell Miss Templeton that we will receive her, but we are seeing only her, alone.
Yes, sir.
Do we all want to stand here like just a reception committee here?
Oh, yeah, that's a good thought. Stella, we'll be in the living room. All right, now, let's try to be casual. Concerned, but not disturbed.
Alan doesn't look casual.
What do you want me to do, curl up on the floor?
Pardon me. Miss Templeton is here.
Oh, please come in, my dear. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
First of all, I would like to tell you why we are talking to you only.
By all means.
Well, we feel like we know you. I mean, after all, your sister did work for us, and we're convinced that you will be honest and forthright.
And you won't turn this tragedy into a sideshow. I appreciate your confidence.
I hope you can also appreciate why we've been so secluded since this terrible tragedy.
Why?
Why?
Why? Because it's been a shock, my dear. Oh. It's a great strain on all of us.
Yes, and once again, that's why we chose you. I mean, surely you don't want to, well, turn the situation into anything that would be sensationalized. We certainly don't need that. I mean, after all, we have suffered enough scandal and notoriety, especially the late Mrs. Baldwin. She suffered, all right. She was murdered.
Miss Templeton, we all know that it was a terrible tragedy. The only thing that we could all wish for is that you will write about it with taste and with discretion.
And, as Monica said, with no sensationalism. Well, then, if you have a question...
Yes, I have several.
Well, we're at your disposal.
Thank you. Alan?
What?
Do you think your ex-mistress was murdered by her new husband?